So as a sex and relationship psychotherapist in training, what I do is I see individuals and couples who have either relationship problems or sexual problems. Things like, for example, couples who have been through affairs or who are thinking of breaking up or who are going through stressful periods because of marriage or wedding or having kids. And also couples who are happy together but have sexual problems, like for example erection difficulties from the man or the woman who has a low desire. Or they both have different desires, so a woman has a high desire in sex and the man has a low desire in sex. So the woman wants to be more active while the man is not that active. So we discuss these things together and we talk about these problems and see how they can find a solution. I started on a degree in psychology at the University of Malta. I find it very helpful because I did a PGCE and PhD as well. I found it extremely helpful. So the BSI helped me with psychological issues, and then the PGCE helps me as a sex educator because this job entails a lot of education, educating both the couple who are having sexual difficulties, because sometimes you meet couples who just need education, basic sex education, and it's also about educating the general public about sex education as well. And then I did a course in counseling locally, run by a school in London, so the tutors used to come over and train us in integrative approach, so we use different kinds of techniques to help the client. And now I'm doing a master's in Shefield in the UK, which is a master's in sex and relationship psychotherapy. To do this kind of job, what you need is a first degree, an undergrad degree in social sciences, something like social work, healthcare, or psychology, and then a master's in sex and relationship psychotherapy. There are courses abroad which you can do. There are courses in Italy and courses in the UK that a person can do. And usually, because it's psychotherapy, it would be a long course, and it would be part-time because it's about growing as well. Courses in psychology are not, and psychotherapy especially, are not about learning. It's about personal development as well. I find that there are a lot of benefits of this job. First of all, I find that it's a privilege that people come into this place and share their life stories and their experiences and even their problems with me. I find that as a great thing about this job. And from every couple that I meet, from every individual client I meet, I am learning as well. So as a person, I'm always growing. And it's also a big satisfaction, a huge satisfaction when you meet people who have a lot of questions that were unanswered through the education system and through society, and they come here and you put their mind at rest. Obviously there will be difficulty that you encounter as well. Sometimes you are emotional with the clients. If the clients are going through a rough period, or one of the partners tells the other that they've been having an affair, or there's bereavement, or they're splitting up and there are kids involved. Obviously you are experiencing the same emotions that the clients are experiencing. So that is one of the things that obviously we have a lot of training about that. And every therapist has their own therapist and their own supervisor who helps with that. But it's obviously taxing as well, and it's difficult for us to experience those kind of emotions. And another thing that I find interesting, but sometimes it's hard as well, is the roller coaster of emotions, where you are happy with one client, and then when they leave, another couple comes in and you are sad with them, and then you are feeling disappointed with another client. So there's this roller coaster of emotions, which is exciting, but it can be hard as well. That's why every therapist should have their own therapist and supervisor. Part of my job is running workshops and lectures to teach and educate people about sexual health. There are not enough sex therapists in Malta. I think that it's a very good job. It's a good job opportunity because there is the need for it, but there aren't enough sex therapists. So I do encourage people to pursue this kind of career. In the UK, because I also practice in the UK, it's been there for much longer. So people know about it and people are ready to pay more money for it, and there's more therapists and more need for it than locally. It is like counseling session. So when it comes to earnings, a session in the UK would cost anything between 35 to 70 pounds for 15 minutes. And that's if it's a couple. Locally, people are not ready to pay that much, and the wages are different. So locally, people would pay anything between €20 and €40-50 for a session. When you pay for a session, you're paying for the research that's done before, the reflection that's done after that. As we said earlier, every therapist goes to his own therapist and their own supervisor. You pay for memberships. So that's why, that's the amount of, that's the fee. It's not about the money, it's about doing a job that you look forward to do. Doing a job that you want to do, rather than saying, oh, I'm going to work, oh, it's Monday. I look forward to Monday because I love what I do.